Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today, let's talk about PC ports, but in a good light. On the summer of 2020 was the beginning of Sony starting to release their iconic PlayStation 4 exclusives on the PC, which began with Horizon Zero Dawn, releasing on August 7th, 2020 on Steam. This port was an absolute success for Sony and made them realize how much opportunity there is to release their biggest modern generation games on Steam. As of the release of this video, the modern generation games they have released on Steam are Horizon Zero Dawn, as mentioned, Days Gone, God of War 2018, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, Returnal, The Last of Us Part 1, we don't talk about that port on release though, and soon, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. So that's a lot of games. But despite that, there are still some games a part of the big PS4 and PS5 exclusives that have not yet been announced on PC, and are unsure on whether they are going to be on PC anyway. I'm going to take a look at some of these games and then see what their likeliness of coming to PC are, and seeing if any rumors exist. Like and subscribe for more like this. Ah yes, God of War Ragnarök. This game was a blast. It is a masterpiece. I played this on the PS4 where it was at a 30 FPS locked and wasn't at its full potential, and yet it still was fantastic. And I really do hope that people on PC who do not own a PlayStation get to play this. As far as this game coming to PC, yeah, I think it will happen. Because one, you have the previous God of War on PC, which did fantastic. It's an amazing port. It's basically the best way to play that game. It sold very well, and with Sony being serious about these PC ports, obviously God of War is something they're thinking heavily about. I feel like you don't have to think too hard about that. When they're thinking about those PC ports, they're thinking about God of War. Now, there is a little bit of info, surprisingly. So, Cory Barlog, the co-creator of the series, and the person who directed the 2018 game, said in an interview that he has no idea if God of War Ragnarök is coming to PC. And the reason why is because they're taking it one game at a time, they're looking at, what they did right and wrong about their games, and when it comes to the game being ported on PC, that is ultimately Sony's decision. Which doesn't tell a lot, it gives us an idea as to how much power they have over this decision. And with Sony bringing their other big titles to PC, I feel like God of War Ragnarök is going to be one of those in the future. Now, the thing about God of War Ragnarök is it will probably take a long time. Now, by a long time, I mean at least 2 years? In fact, no, that might be too generous. So, God of War, the previous game, came out in 2018, and it didn't take until almost 4 years for that game to come to PC. Now, it's probably going to be less than that for Ragnarök to come to PC, but because of Ragnarök being a system seller for the PS5, they're probably going to still have it be buy a PS5 if you want to play this game. Even though it's on the PS4, but why would you want to play that on PS4? I only played it on PS4 because I don't own a PS5. So yeah, they're going to take their sweet time with this, but will it come to PC? Yes, definitely. It has to. So often when people think of unannounced PS4 exclusives not on the PC, Ghost of Tsushima generally comes to mind. However, I think it's safe to be very confident that this game will come on PC relatively soon, and the reason why is there's a lot of evidence pointing to it. Now, not evidence as in some sort of leaks, but a lot of good educated guesses and rumors here. So as far as PS4 and PS5 exclusives going to PC go, obviously Sony is very serious about this, and Ghost of Tsushima is a very strong standalone game that has not been ported to any other platform except, of course, PS5 with its director's cut. However, this is very likely, and the reason why is because Ghost of Tsushima is still relevant. And one thing to say is, of course, there is a movie being made for Ghost of Tsushima, which is big, because Ghost of Tsushima always had that very, narrative aesthetic. Ghost of Tsushima was very well known for its story and the way it just portrays itself, and imagine if they pair this movie with a game release on PC. That would be huge. And they kind of have done this before with Uncharted. Now, the Uncharted movie was not the most well received, however, Uncharted still had its Legacy of Thieves collection, which performed pretty well. Now, there have been some weird leaks but they're not really relevant. Now, the biggest thing that will confirm that this game will be coming to PC relatively soon is, of course, the Nvidia leak, which will be talked about a few times in this video, because there are still unannounced games on the Nvidia leak, but despite that, it has yet to be considered wrong. So, Ghost of Tsushima is on there, so I'm very confident that this game will come to PC, whether it be this year or next year. Let's talk about Demon's Souls, the remake. This is an interesting one. So, here's what happened with Demon's Souls. I actually found out about this just today as I'm recording this. So, originally, Demon's Souls, when the trailer released, there was something at the bottom, at the very end of the state of play, where Demon's Souls had its trailer saying, also available on PC. Now, quickly, that was pulled off of the channel. And then, Sony had to clarify that it was a quote-unquote human error, and Demon's Souls would be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. So that means that Demon's Souls is not going to be on PC day one, which obviously was the case. And to this day, as of this recording, it is still only on the PS5. However, that got people thinking, well, that doesn't mean Demon's Souls can't come to PC in the future. And there is the classic NVIDIA leak proof that this game is likely to come on PC, which, if you look at the leak here, you'll see that Demon's Souls is listed as a part of the games that were on the NVIDIA leak. And like I said before, a lot of games are on that list, and a lot of those games have ended up being confirmed. I think this will come to PC, but the thing is, it's weird because it's very hard to pinpoint an exact time frame this will come out, because this game's not really talked about that much. It's not like a game that... because it's a remake of an older game that's not like as popular as other Souls-likes, but it's still something that people will play. Plus, Soulsborne games are very popular on PC. You know, again, the NVIDIA leak just makes me feel like, yeah, it will come. But I think one thing to take into account from this is that even without the NVIDIA leak, that PC announcement mistake, it probably tells you that they are thinking about this. The last game I want to talk about for now is Final Fantasy XVI. Now, what separates Final Fantasy XVI from the other three titles that I have talked about, Final Fantasy XVI on PC was basically confirmed since basically the beginning. So as you can see, there's a print that reads, not available on other platforms until December 31st, 2023. As far as where this game is at now with its PC release, it is real. It is officially confirmed that they are making it on PC, but the only question about this port is when is it going to come? So let's think about that. So we know that this game is not going to be on PC for at least 6 months after release, so that means that it won't come in this year at all, considering it came out in June. Now, as far as the demand for this game, it is pretty high, and the game is doing very well both with its critical reception and its sales. So they have to be really prioritizing this game being on PC, as one, it's Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is the biggest JRPG franchise of all time if you exclude Pokemon, and again, this game is a huge step in the franchise. It's very different. There's no other game in the series like it. It would look fantastic on PC, and it would play fantastic on PC with its visuals. However, there's something weird about this, as it's been denied in the past about a PC version existing. As you can see here, it says from Yoshida, nobody said a word about PC version releasing. Why is it like a PC version is releasing 6 months later? Don't worry about that, buy a PS5. Which is kind of funny if you ask me, because I feel like they're just trying to distract you from this so-called PC version so that they can get you to buy a PS5 and play this game as soon as possible. So to conclude, with Final Fantasy XVI being on PC, it is real. It will not be released in 2023 according to their exclusivity deal. Anything after that is just speculation or hopes. But it's a good thing that it is truly confirmed that this game will be released on the PC. That will conclude the first part of this video. So yeah, lots of cool games that are bound to come to PC, or are heavily rumored to come on PC. And obviously, with Sony taking PC games seriously, I feel like it's inevitable that all of these will come. But it's just a matter of when. And I'm really hoping that these games are also good ports, but usually Sony does have a good track record of these PS4 and PS5 exclusives having good ports on the PC. So that will be it for now. Let me know what your thoughts are on these games. Let me know if you have seen any other rumors or any pointers to these games coming relatively soon or a long time from now. Like and subscribe for more like this, and I will see you next time.